All right, we are about to take you on an exclusive tour of the most advanced, most complex headquarters on the entire planet. And no, it's not somewhere in Silicon Valley. It's the one right between your ears. Okay, let's dive into this incredible mission control. So let me just ask you this. Who's really running the show up there? I mean, it feels like you are, right? But behind the scenes, there's this massive organization of specialized departments all working in perfect sync. And today, we're going to pull back that curtain and meet all the key players. So where do we start? Well, every great organization starts at the top. We're heading straight to the executive suite to meet the big boss, the one calling all the high-level shots. And here it is. Meet the cerebrum. I want you to think of it as the CEO of your entire operation. This is the part of the brain that's responsible for all the big picture stuff. Your thoughts, your actions, your memories, even your personality. This is where the big ideas happen. And let me tell you, this CEO is an absolute titan. The cerebrum is by far the largest part of the brain, sitting right at the top in front. It's actually split into two massive divisions, the left and right cerebral hemispheres. It's kind of like a global corporation with two major branches, each one handling different aspects of the business. Now, a brilliant CEO doesn't just broadcast orders from the top floor, right? No way. They rely on a team of expert managers to take those ideas, refine them, and make sure they're executed perfectly. So let's go meet the motor control team. First up, we've got the basal ganglia. So if the cerebrum is the CEO, you can think of the basal ganglia as the senior management team. They take the initial commands from the top and start the whole process of fine-tuning them for action. But here's the cool part. This is not a one-way street. It's a really sophisticated feedback loop. The CEO, that's the cortex, sends down a rough draft of a plan. The basal ganglia then gets to work on it, refining it, modulating it, and then sends a polished version back up for final approval before anything happens. This is what makes our movement smooth and purposeful, not jerky and accidental. The other absolutely crucial member of this team is the cerebellum. Now, if the basal ganglia refines the plan, the cerebellum is like the quality control department. Its job is to make sure the final product, the action itself, is executed with absolute skill and precision. You know, its name literally means little brain. How cool is that? See, the cerebellum is all about the how. It's responsible for the coordination, the precision, and the timing that lets you do things like sign your name smoothly, or catch a ball, or play a musical instrument. It's also where motor learning happens. Yep, that's the part of your brain that remembers how to ride a bike, even if you haven't done it in years. So let's just break this down to be super clear. The basal ganglia are all about refining the command before it happens. The cerebellum, on the other hand, is about coordinating the movement as it's happening, making sure it's executed perfectly. They're two distinct but completely complementary parts of your motor team. All right, let's keep moving. Because, no headquarters can function without its critical infrastructure. We're talking about the unsung heroes, the ones who protect the building and keep the entire operation running on a tight schedule. I mean, every top-tier facility needs a world-class security team, right? Well, in your central nervous system, that job falls to the meninges. These are the protective layers that surround the entire brain and spinal cord. They're basically the physical security system for the whole operation. And they have two incredibly important jobs. First, they provide the framework that holds all the crucial blood vessels in place. And second, they work with the cerebral spinal fluid to act as a cushion, protecting your delicate brain from any mechanical shock or injury. This is exactly why an infection of these layers, meningitis, is so dangerous. It's a direct attack on your brain's security detail. So just think of it this way. The meninges are your brain's personal 24/7 bodyguard. Absolutely essential, but you never even know they're there. Okay, next stop on our tour. Let's meet the scheduling department. Now, it may be small, but trust me, it is absolutely vital. This is the pineal gland, and its job is to make sure the entire operation runs on a consistent, predictable schedule. And what's its primary tool? Well, it's a hormone you've probably heard of, melatonin. The pineal gland produces and secretes melatonin to regulate your body's circadian rhythm. That's your internal 24-hour clock. It's the reason you start to feel sleepy when it gets dark and feel awake when it's light. It's the master timekeeper for your entire body. So, we've met the CEO, the management team, quality control, security, and even scheduling. But here's the thing. The real magic isn't in any one of these single departments. It's in how they all work together as one perfectly integrated, seamless system. From the cerebrum's highest level thoughts all the way down to the meninge's protective embrace, every single part we've looked at works in perfect harmony. This incredible internal corporation runs your entire world, every movement, every thought, every heartbeat, and it creates your reality from moment to moment, almost all of it without you having to issue a single conscious command. Just think about that for a second. Right now, as you're taking all of this in, trillions of operations are happening inside that headquarters to make it possible. It is the most powerful tool in the known universe. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?